everyone, Becca here from Willow Hill Designs. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day today. It's a cloudy, kind of a wet day today after the snow yesterday that we had here. But snow early for this time of year, really, I think. But today I'm sharing my page for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 2, and it's the vintage image. So this is the image that I chose for my page. I had shared this on my last video. This is a little image of, looks maybe like a senior angel and some other little angels that are helping her, and they all seem to be going up to this church up here, little church in the woods. So this was kind of a nice, easy prompt in that once we chose our image, we could just choose what we'd like to put around this. And what I had chosen, I'll just start with these corners here. I took some, they look to me like oak leaves, maple leaves, or maybe even grapevine leaves from this vintage little, I think it's probably a dresser scarf or something. And so I chose that for these two corners, and I put some of the petals up here in this corner. And along the top of this page, before I had added those, I used this fabric here and just ripped a strip of that to put along the top, and I ended up covering it up, but that's one of the fabrics and that I was bordering this image with, and this is the other fabric, and that runs along this side here. And so once I had those two borders down there, I kind of liked that. And then on this bottom, I chose a piece of fabric that had music on it and holly. I didn't bring that piece with me, but I can't remember who that is by, but I loved that. I just thought it was so pretty. And I put this other fabric on the other side that had a little stocking image on it. And I knew I would be putting things in the corners, so I just put a little piece of that there. And then up on the top, I started with some lace up here that kind of hung down on the picture. I liked the way that looked. And just kind of maybe trees or snowy trees hanging over this little church here in the woods. And then from there, I decided I would border also part of the picture with this velvet rickrack that I have. And it's a very pretty, sort of a dark green color, hunter green, winter green color. And so I chose to put that along this side and along the bottom, again as a little border to accentuate. And so then up here in this corner, I put a portion of a doily. There's a little portion of a doily and some of that vintage dresser scarf. And this is some Alençon lace that I had cut one of the flowers out of. And I also put some Alençon lace in this corner as well. And I put a little flower there with some crystal beads in the center of that. And up here on this lace up at the top, I decided to put some little red French knots to look like berries in amongst that lace. And along this edge here, I embroidered just with a lazy daisy stitch these leaves in sort of a hunter green color. And that would be the same color I tacked this velvet lace down with. And up here in this corner is a little, not really a yo-yo, but it's just a trim. It's kind of a grosgrain trim. It's vintage, and I just ran a gathering stitch around it, gathered it up, and put a little button in the center so it looks kind of like a flower. And then I decided that I wanted to put some hexes along this border, kind of spilling down. And the fabrics that I chose again were this was one of them, and this was another. This was that fabric along the top edge there. This is kind of a companion fabric. It has the same background, but it has roses on it. And so I chose that for one of the hexagons here. And I chose some of this red as well for a hexagon. And I used some of this. I kind of stayed with the reds and ivory theme. And then this is kind of like a ticking stripe. I chose this also for a hexie, for one of the hexies. And the way that I like to do hexies, I don't generally do hexies at all. It's just much too time consuming. I started a grandmother's garden flower quilt, quite a while ago, and oh my goodness, I think it'll take me the rest of my life, but I need something that goes a little bit faster. But anyway, for these, I just used a paper shape that you can buy. They're already pre-cut, I think, by paperpieces.com. And I actually left the paper in because I thought, this is going to be in a book and it won't be washed or anything. They do sell hexies that you can leave in that dissolve. So I just sewed, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go down this side, and then I added one here and one here. This one I chose from that green fabric that the stocking fabric came from, and I thought that these berries kind of related with these. It's actually the same fabric as this, but in a different colorway. And I added another hexie here for just for a little accent up there. And at the very, very top here, I just kind of ruched some ribbon. I found this very pretty. I found this very pretty kind of a cranberry red ribbon, silk ribbon, and I just had a little piece of it. I think I have about 6 or 7 inches left of it, and I just added that at the top because I thought that that tied in with the reds in here and just gave it kind of a festive look. And then lastly, I used some of my French seam binding that had been dyed along the edges. This is sort of an olivey green, sort of a muted celery green with a little brown edge dyed along the edges, and I just kind of swirled that around, twirled it and swirled it, and tacked it. And so that is my page. That completes the vintage image page, and I still have the envelope to do. I haven't begun work on that yet, but I'm slowly catching up in between moving my sewing studio, which I'm really making some progress on. So that's where I stand. I still have to do, I think it's the belly band and the envelope. I hope there's nothing else. And tomorrow our new prompt should come out, so I may actually catch up. So this is my page, and I'll just give you another close-up before I say goodbye. I love, love, love that image. I have 2 of those. I think they're just so pretty. This was a portion that says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And so that is my page. And I think that completes, yes, this completes this signature. I have one more signature to take take up the 12. I'm not sure if the envelope is a part of a signature, should be on a page, or if it's sort of an add-on. I'm not sure about that, if it's like the tag, the feature. But this is my book so far. The snowman page, the nutcracker page, the gingerbread house page, and lastly, in this signature, the vintage image page. So that is that's where I stand right now. I'm caught up, I think, thank goodness. So thank you very much for stopping by to watch and check out my journey. I appreciate it very much, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.